It's time for BattleCOM. Welcome to BattleCOM, the geek war of comedy game shows. For those of you that are wanting to vote, please look at the little link that's scrolling along the bottom to go to slido.com. The event code is BC211. BC211. And when it's time to vote, the votes will appear there. Welcome, everybody. Welcome all the fantastic battlers that we have. And welcome, of course, my co-host in all this, the wonderful, the fantastic. The person who was mentioned that they are very British tonight, look very British, but with better teeth. It is the fantastic Erica Taddeo.
Hi, thank you. I've spent a lot of money at the dentist this month, so I'm glad it shows.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with what BattleCOM is the geek war of comedy game shows. We have 4 wonderful performers who are going to face off and start punching each other in the face with jokes, and then you decide who wins. And it's not about being right, it's about being entertaining, because this is a comedy battle. BattleCOM is short for Battle Comedy. We really could probably shorten it more, but this is the way we're stuck with it. But BattleCOM, it's Battle Comedy, and you decide the winner based on who's most entertaining, because we've learned from Fox News it's not about being right. This is BattleCOM. Again, the Slido event code for those who are looking to vote is BC211. So go to slido.com or sli.do, and it is right there. We're our battlers, of course, Monica Hamburg, Jason Hatrick, Serag Meletian, and Viveth Kanagaratnam, a.k.a. COVID-19.
It was him.
Call me a disease, Paul?
I'm saying you're going to go viral. That's what I'm saying. Stage manager Erica _MTL on Instagram. All of our performers today are coming from Montreal, where it's hot, muggy, a little bit smoggy, and do we have risk of showers again? All right. Yes, that's me. I'm created and moderated by me, Paul Ash.
Yay.
Let's move on. Yay. Let's learn about our battlefields. Are we ready to learn about our battlefields? For all of those of you who are out there, why don't you tell us where you're watching from? Denny Leger says, hey, everyone. I can see that people are watching, tuning in. Say hello. Let us know where you're watching from, what you're drinking, because we're just stuck in Montreal. Our battlefields. The first battlefield is going to be, what kind of school are they running? It may be dysfunctional, but it's ours. And I really want to play this, but I really want to play this. What if? So that's the hints for our 3 battlefields tonight. And also there is the wonderful, fantastic, I think it's a fun addition to the game, which is Name the Mashup, which is an audience game. So we'll show a picture, and through the round, you can come up with your choices of titles for the mashup, or to name the mashup, and then we'll have the performers choose their favorite at the end of the round. Denny Leger is saying that he is watching from Montreal in his bedroom, drinking cold water. Oh, cold water. I remember what that was like. So here we go. Naming the mashup. The first mashup we're seeing. For those who are wondering for the origins of this, I would say it's King of the Hill and Hellraiser. Clive Barker's Hellraiser would be the origins to help you come up with that.
Don't say Hellraiser. You got to come up with something more original than Hellraiser. It's too easy.
John Griffin is streaming from Madison, Wisconsin, drinking an Aperol Spritz,
Nice.
preparing to be bad at the mashup. There we are. So we all have our goals, Sean. And so our first battlefield, if we are to go for that, our first battlefield, are you ready to hear it, battlers?
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
Hell yeah.
Hello, battlers, friends, and fans of comedy. My name is David, and I'm a longtime fan of BattleCOM and an X-Men fanatic. This gives me the absolute right and privilege to ask you this question. Which X-Men should be expelled from Xavier's Academy of Gifted Youngsters? I'd very much like to know who you deprive of an education.
There we are. That is our first battlefield. Everyone heard that properly?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and we've got this mashup titled "The Kingpin." We've got one that's
Chef's
in
kiss.
already. So the first battlefield, we're going to see Jason Hatrick with his choice of Wolverine facing off against Monica Hamburg with her choice of Nightcrawler. Let the battle begin. This is the positive round. You get to be positive about your choice, Monica.
Well, Nightcrawler is Catholic, and he should have been expelled because Catholics don't appreciate new information or learning.
A positive round. As a Catholic, I'm now putting Jason on the screen.
Yeah, I think Wolverine should be expelled. It is called Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. He's like 150 years old, so he's not young. He's also a mass murderer, and he's only around because Charles Xavier likes rescues. And I get that. I also have a soft spot for rescues. I married an American and took her to Canada. I get it. But he's like, my wife hasn't stabbed thousands of people to death. That's the difference.
There we are. The voting is open, so please get your votes in. Voting is open. Let's bring that on screen. There it is.
Yes.
So
We love
you
the
just
bar
go to
graph.
slido.com and the event code is BC211. All
While
right.
voting happens, thanks for not warning us that you were giving clues to the battlefields at the beginning, Paul, because the clues popped up and I had this moment of panic of like, I wrote for entirely the wrong battlefields today.
Okay, that's what we've been doing for a while. Sorry, Jason, that you.
Yeah,
It's been a
one-
while since you've been on. I do
Jason has not been
apologize.
paying attention. 2, idea for a future episode of BattleCOM. It's like, what's that thing that they do? Don't they like make the fastest runner go a little bit further back so everyone else gets a bit of a head start in like sports?
That's actually to compensate for the fact that the inner track has a shorter distance to go because of the nature of curves.
Curves.
See, I know that that's a thing, but I'm sure that there's also a thing in sports where they try to like level the playing field. That's a sports term. You're welcome. Anyways, I think we should try and, give Jason an extra challenge for one episode of BattleCOM
Erica,
and
didn't
just
you
see what happens.
used to be a commentator for on hockey? Just
I
right.
used to be a blogger and random female voice on a late night sports radio show. Please don't remind me.
right. Jason and Katie JK, I believe this is the Katie voice saying, was raised Catholic. I think that should be damn. Yes, can confirm. Can confirm. Jesus Christ, Monica, you're being called out on that one. Jason and Katie, I haven't stabbed thousands of people that you know of, Jason. That you know of. And Jason and Katie JK, you're American. I assume that you need to stab thousands of people to get your passport.
I thought it was shoot. They're more into shooting than stabbing.
Quite
right.
possibly.
Anyways, Jason, I think that you should maybe, like, just in case, just like lock up all the sharp objects in your house. Just all of them.
You know what would be very much beneficial to our American neighbors are people who are down there stabbing them with vaccines. Actually, there's some Canadians that really need that as well. So I think we're about to call that. It's let's probably give that a short count.
All right, let's give it a short count. 3, get vaccinated. 2, get vaccinated. 1, beep, still
I
get
forgot about the
vaccinated.
beeping. That makes me so happy.
Jason, do you remember anything about this show?
I looked when I have a file where I write all my BattleCOM jokes, and the last set of jokes I had was from November 2020. So it's been a minute since I've been on.
Oh, well, we're
dang.
glad to have you back. You have won the positive round. We are now to move on to the negative round, which would be Monica going first on the negative round. Monica, are you set?
Sure. Well, I don't know a lot about this, but I did look up the Wolverine creature, and it seems like it doesn't attack humans, unlike Catholics. So,
I'm sensing a theme. Jason, your negative round, negative vote Nightcrawler.
I do know a lot about the X-Men. I grew up reading X-Men comic books, and really the school is there to try and foster understanding between people with disparate views like humans and mutants, and try to foster acceptance of one another, and it's a bad look to then immediately expel the guy who looks weird.
All right. Voting is open. So please get your votes in. Go to slido.com. The event code is BC211. For those of you looking for the 11 key, just hit the 1 key twice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. That's, I mean, we know that we've got 2 Americans watching, or 1 American turned Canadian and 1 Canadian turned American. So I guess that's 2 halves. So I guess that makes 1 American if you sew them together. Anyways, if there are any other Americans watching, Paul just explained to you how to use a computer. You're welcome.
That wasn't specifically for Americans, but it's Sean Griffin is saying, in case you've forgotten, Jason, I vote for Darren.
I remember, Sean, but Darren's not here, so I'm just going to throw you off by doing my next joke in a Scottish accent. It's going to be terrible. But if it gets your vote, I'm willing to do it.
All right. There is a comment that I don't want to bring up yet because I think it would spoil a future battle. So we're going to leave that. If you're not seeing your comment come up, that is the reason. We will be asking the viewers if they think that there is an X-Men that should have been expelled at the end of the round once we have announced the winner. And I think we're ready to give that account, Erica. And I know there's a lot of people watching who haven't told us where they're watching from. So just give that in. Can you give just general location, rather like even planet Earth, just so we know that you're out there. Because I see that you're out there. You just haven't been responding yet.
Now I'm worried there are people watching us from other than planet Earth, and I want to know where that is.
We got a Jeff here that's tweeting from space.
Oh man! All right, can we cut off the feed? Like, actually, can we put up the Linktree information right now and see if he wants to drop us some money? Like, if you're a regular person, we have a buy me a drink button. If you're Jeff Bezos, we have a buy me 10,000 drinks and then pay your workers properly button. Anyway, Paul, did you ask me for a countdown?
Yes, we did. I did. I didn't want to interrupt what you were saying. It was very important.
Thank you. 2, 1, beep.
And the winner of the round is
Jason. Congratulations, Jason.
Yay, Jason.
all right. So Jason has won that round. What have our battlers been up to in the past week? While I'm switching this up.
Was it last week or the week before?
Or the past month, since we haven't seen each other for a month.
At some point in the past month, I got to be on Tim Riel's Codenames Live Summer Tournament. You may remember that I won his holiday tournament, and I was swiftly knocked out of the first round in the summer tournament. So, feeling pretty great about myself right now.
Oh no. Well, at least you got the invite. I let him know I was available and never even heard back. So,
well, Tim, if you're watching this, feel free to have either or both of us on at any point. If anyone's a fan of Codenames Live, feel free to drop Tim a comment and tell him that you want to see us again.
please, because it's also have us on as a team. You see how well we work together here. We're dead. We're just dead. It won't work at all. All right. Our second battle for the first battlefield, it's going to be Serag Meletian with his choice of Gambit facing off against Viveth Kanagaratnam's choice of Cyclops. So it's a Gambit versus Cyclops, a Coviv-19. You get to go first with the positive round. Positive about your choice.
So, I mean, Cyclops should absolutely get expelled. His name is riddled with lies. And clearly, I don't even think he knows how to count. He's not a Cyclops. The man's a Biclops. Your name is Biclops.
Serag, positive about your choice of Gambit.
All right. Well, first I want to apologize. I plugged my Ethernet cable into a potato, so that's why the lack of connection. I look weird. But here's the deal. I picked Gambit because we all know Gambit's ability, right, is to charge up some objects with mutant bullshit and then be able to use that as an explosion or whatever. The point is he also has a secondary ability, and that's the ability to amass copious amounts of pussy. You see, a lot of people don't know this, but Gambit has the ability of seduction, you see. And I don't know about you, but Charles Xavier, mutants have a bad rap as it is, okay? And Charles Xavier, he's really trying to bridge the gap between mutants and humans. He's really trying to bring a world of peace. The last thing he needs is one of his students being Me Too'd, all right? And I think that's, I mean, really, truly, Gambit is about one Mon Cherie away from being canceled. And I just don't think Charles can handle that kind of liability.
All right, vote. Let's see your votes. We have some comments that Jason and Katie JK is watching from Jason's living room. I think he knows she's there. Serag, your potato is overcooking and having some connection issues.
Absolutely.
You know what? I thought he had just set up a picture in front of his camera for a second until it began to tilt backwards.
Very slowly.
I would do that, but
this is a work Zoom call. All right. So the votes are in. It's fairly close. We might need a long count on this one, Erica.
Ooh, all right. In that case, a long count from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep.
Beep. That one goes to Viveth. Viveth has got the first point in the second matchup of BattleCOM. We are moving on. That came in after the beep.
Came in too
Clearly
late.
came in after the beep.
Thank you for your late vote anyway. We appreciate democracy.
We do appreciate democracy, but we're ignoring it. Sort of like 26 states that are currently passing laws to circumvent democracy in the U.S. I don't know why we've been bashing on our southern neighbors a little bit today, but this is very cool. This like fighting underwater effect that we're getting from Serag is amazing.
Yeah, I feel like a music video. Like, not a good one.
Just keep touching your hair. Just keep touching your hair. Just keep touching it slow.
Monica's enjoying it. Maybe Viv is as well. So
Viv just walked like 15 feet, and you can see the real deal.
In real time, it's a slow-mo is what sells it.
It's a slow-mo. How do you have a better internet connection than me, and we're in the same build, like we're the same unit?
I'm a saboteur,
using the
my
same
friend.
modem. I think you might want to just change which one you're plugged into, but do it after this battle because you are going first on the negative round. You get to be negative
about Cyclops. Ooh, look at that.
But yeah.
Look, so Cyclops is a little stupid. I don't think it's grounds for expulsion. The only thing really that he is a sucker for is getting cucked for Wolverine, that's about it. But other than that, I mean, he's a sweet boy. He means well. He's got a brother, and but he does not deserve expulsion. He deserves a nice, he deserves a nice pair of sunglasses. That's what he deserves.
Ruby crystal sunglasses. Koviv.
Yeah.
You don't have to expel Gambit. He hasn't done anything wrong. He mostly tells the truth. His name is full of truth, right? He loves gams, and he has a bit of a drinking problem. He delivers, There's no reason to kick him out.
Vote. Get your votes in. Denny Leger is saying Serag looks like a slow motion fashion model.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dennis. Denny.
Denny.
Did you let drop in that round that you two are roommates? You're living in the same unit?
Yep.
Oh, that's
the
old.
first time I get to see his room.
The last time they were on, they were both had nice clear connections, but there was an echo because they were sitting beside each other on the same couch.
I think Viveth got the admin password on the modem and has been changing priority settings.
I snipped his Ethernet cable in the middle. That's what it is.
That makes sense.
Gave it a quick snip.
Ooh,
The old snipperoonie.
there you go.
He's got a brother. He's got a brother as a major descriptive character trait. Just reinforces how boring Cyclops is.
We'll get to his brother. We'll get there.
I don't know if we will, because it looks like you're in the lead. This could be a short count, Erica.
All right. So from 3, 2, 1, beep.
Beep. That is Viveth. Viveth's round. So I'm going to stop this before we get another vote in. There we are. So Koviv, you won the round against Serag Meletian. And that means we are going to go to see who's going to be a champion of the entire first battlefield. And you will be facing off against the champion of the first battles that happened, which is Jason Hatrick with his choice of Wolverine. Jason, you get to go first on the positive round. Positive, but why Wolverine should be the person to be expelled.
Well, here it is, right? Wolverine versus Cyclops, as it should be. Winner of this round gets to plow Jean Grey, I'm pretty sure. But that's really the crux of the problem with Wolverine, right? Is he makes things awkward with the team dynamics, with the whole love triangle between Cyclops, Wolverine, and Jean Grey, right? And it's creepy as fuck. Like in the Ultimate X-Men universe, they actually had a relationship. Wolverine and Jean Grey had a very brief fling, which is creepy as fuck because he was like 110 and she's 15. And I know Professor X doesn't like to go into people's heads and fix things without consent, but you got Chucky, buddy. You got to make exceptions for pedophiles living under your roof, man. That's not cool.
Boom! This has got into a very dark place. Koviv, the look on your face says it all.
You got to expel Cyclops. There's too much irony with him because eventually he's going to become a teacher, right? He's going to graduate school and become a teacher. Who wants to see Professor Summer? Summer is the opposite of school. There's too much irony in there. It's like if your name was Dr. Death. It's like if you had a conflict with a decidedly Jewish state and your name was unfortunately Palestine. It's not good.
Vote. Let's see the votes.
Hell yeah.
Everybody thought I was the one bringing controversy to the table that round.
Sean Griffin is saying, can someone clip winner gets to plow Jean Grey? Look at the votes are coming in fast and furious.
All right, keep voting. And while you're voting, don't forget that we have a mashup that you can come up with a name for. So feel free to send us a name suggestion for this mashup. Let's see those votes.
By the way, that's a piercing of a stomach. That is not a penis that we just flashed on screen.
No comment. All right. Oh, Sean is saying vote early, vote often. I'm not sure if technically that is possible, but you do you guys.
If you have multiple devices, it may be possible, but I'm not positive.
Let's not explain how.
Yeah.
All right. So we are having our first round. It's which student should be expelled from Xavier School for gifted youngsters. And the positive round looks like it's going to go to Jason. If we can get a count, Erica.
Yes. From 3, 2, 1, beep.
And that has gone to Jason. Jason, you have gotten the first point in this champion battle for round 1. It is now time.
Paul,
Yes.
can I quickly interject before we do the negative round? Did you say Xavier School for guilted youngsters?
I think I think I said Gilfit.
Okay.
It was just I'm drinking Coca-Cola and it was kind of sticking on my tongue.
Sure. Okay, because if it was guilted youngsters, then I'm sorry, Monica, but that place should have been full of Catholics.
Yeah.
Can I go?
All right, there's a vote for Erica. We just got our first vote in for Erica. We are now going on, starting with the negative round. Koviv, you get to be negative about Wolverine.
Don't Don't kick out Wolverine. He's got the exact skill set that you need in a classroom. He has knives for hands. He's going to make a great substitute teacher.
Sorry, Erica.
I actually, now the more I think about it, the more I actually like the idea of expelling Cyclops, because he's like such a goody two-shoes model student. It's like the new manager thing where you fire someone on the first day just to instill fear in everybody else. Like, yeah, we kicked out Cyclops. We're watching all of you with 2 eyes because the one-eye guy is gone.
There we are. Oh, I lost the place on the vote. No, that's the wrong one. There it is.
Get ready
Voting
to
is
vote.
open.
All right, now that voting is open, get your votes in. And then after that, feel free to post in the comments who you think should be expelled from Professor
Michael
Xavier's
Trader is saying Paul's got gilfs on the mind. Oh, it's neck and neck at this point in time.
Ooh, it's neck and neck.
Get your
Hey,
votes in.
Is there an X-Men who has 2 necks?
Is there?
Did I just
Multiple Man
invent-
technically has more, as
All
many
right.
necks as he needs.
Okay, I was
True.
about to populate that, but I guess I don't need to. All right, so keep getting those votes in. Post those comments. Let us know who you would kick out of that school. And don't forget the pop culture mashup. Send us your ideas for King of the Hill / Hellraiser.
By the way, Sean Griffin wants to point out, Jason, that's the worst Scottish accent I ever heard. The
Agreed.
promise was not kept.
Well, I'll do it next time. Someone's got to remind me.
Let's give that a count.
All right, from 3, 2, 1, beep.
So Jason has won that round. He has
As
won that battlefield,
The
actually.
entire battlefield. Congratulations, Jason.
And they said I was wasting my youth reading all those X-Men comic books nonstop instead of having friends.
Prepared you for
But
this
look where
one.
it got me now.
Hell yeah.
And talking about hell yeah, we get a mashup to come up with a name with. That's just a pierced belly. Just putting that out there. Pierced belly.
It still looks unpleasant, but that's fine. My belly is
definitely. By the way, Denny Leger earlier said Cyclops shouldn't be a member of the X-Men because he has had really bad luck with his exes.
Nice.
Why couldn't you write for me before the show?
And actually, there is one thing that we should get on to. Jason and KDJK said, was in the middle of typing how I keep seeing something that's not a stomach piercing in the mashup. There we are. It kind of ties in with Rick and Morty from last week, does it not?
Does it? I tend to just like anything that mentions Rick and Morty, I just try and like flush that memory from my brain. So I wouldn't know.
The worst thing about Rick and Morty are the Rick and Morty fans. That's my take on it.
Kind of like Star Wars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's. We have an outtake actually that I
yes.
thought could potentially bias the battlefields that we had. So,
Hello, battlers, friends, and fans of comedy. My name is David, and I'm a longtime fan of BattleCOM and X-Men fanatic. This gives me the absolute right and privilege to ask you this question. Which X-Men should be expelled from Xavier's Academy of Gifted Youngsters? We all know, amongst you, who is wrong.
Sorry, I hit play on that just a little too fast, didn't I?
just a little too. And actually, there was a trimmed one that I thought that was, but that wasn't it. So it would have just
Also-
caught the end.
David, if you're watching, that's twice you said Xavier's Academy for Gifted Youngsters. You were wearing this shirt. Just look down. It says Xavier's School for Gift. Like, it's on your chest, buddy.
Oh, damn.
Don't stress out, David. Jay is saying Jean Grey, aka Marvel Girl, should be kicked out because of the obvious conflict of interest between Marvel and whoever owns the X-Men franchise, which Marvel does now.
Yeah.
So it's not the Foxmen anymore.
Thank
The
God.
FO X-Men. Fuck off X-Men. All right. I'm not saying what movie I'm in. There is. All right, so we're the name the mashup. Have you as the battlers chosen a winner for the name the mashup?
Did we have any recommendations since Kingpin? Is that the only one that came in? It's the only one I
It
saw.
might have been, but honestly, who's gonna top it? Like,
It's pretty good.
it's concise. It works.
Yeah. Congratulations, Denis Leger.
Yes.
So-
Good job, Danny
So
Leger.
it's a one-party system. That's fine.
It's
And that's proof David is from a parallel universe, academy versus school.
Yeah, that's just Mandela effect.
And we are into the next name the mashup for the audience to vote on. The next name the mashup. By the way, who has seen? Oh, Denis Leger! Yay! He's happy to have won. Has anyone seen the new He-Man?
Not yet. I've been hearing only good
No.
things about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Written by Kevin Smith, Mark Hamill being the voice of Skeletor.
Very cool.
Solid
I
choice.
have not watched it yet. I'm gonna add it to the list.
the
How do you spell
ever-growing list. See, you had the bad problem that you were working for most all of it.
Basically, the entire pandemic, except for like the couple weeks of vacation I got. Other than that, yes, no, I have been working and just dealing with all that work stuff, spreadsheets. So I haven't had time to watch He-Man.
Jason McCullough is suggesting Blockhead already, so
Nice.
we'll keep that. We
I
missed
think-
a few. Kingpin, curse my fat fingers.
I think Jason's just calling me a blockhead. I think that was.
And you're a He-Man, Charlie Brown. All right, we're getting
like
some more in there. Vacation? It's a foreign word to Sean Griffin. And our next battlefield, we are ready for the next battlefield. Erica, you want to play number 2?
Yes.
Hey battlers! This coronavirus had me stuck with my family for a long time and I'm on the verge of wanting to kill them. Would you shut up, Dawn? Just go for a drive or something. God, I hate this family. Who do you think is the best representation of family in film?
There we are, Battlefield 2. And that has been inspired by all the family memes that have come out from Fast and Furious 9. So the best representation of family in film, Viveth Kanagaratnam with his choice of The Passion of the Christ. Really? Facing off. I'm going to get kicked out of the Knights of Columbus for this. Facing off against Jason Hatrick with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Jason, you get to go first. Positive about your choice.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is an excellent representation of family and a terrible representation of everything else. The science is bad, the acting is bad, the writing is bad. It's a bad movie. Special effects were bad even for the time. But it gets family right because Rick Moranis does exactly what all fathers of the 80s did, was he caused a terrible, terrible problem to put his children in jeopardy. And he immediately tried to solve it before his wife found out, instead of telling her and confronting it as a team. And that's typical. I was a child of the 80s. My parents were parents of the 80s. If you don't believe that this happened, just anytime the subject of child rearing comes up and my mom proudly proclaims that I was never spanked as a child, just watch how my father refuses to make eye contact with me for 10 minutes.
The Passion of the Christ gives us a pretty good idea of family. I mean, look at that very specific family. They had an only child, and boy, did that only child suck. They believed everything was about them. Everything revolved around Christ. I mean, he was dying because you were angry at him, and he was forgiving you. Imagine being in an argument with your partner, and in the middle being like, "Apology accepted."
Vote.
Oh. Oh, sorry, Polly. Yes, thank you for bringing that screen back up after I removed it.
All right. There is a thunder shower, right? That's why we're feeling that the lightning is about to strike.
I think it's because I said something blasphemous.
Get your votes in. You go to slido.com and the event code is BC211, BC211. And that is how and where you can vote. Votes are coming in. Oh, look at that. Just had a switch around.
Oh, damn.
It's a close one.
Rather exciting. Viveth and Jason, do either of you have any shows coming up that you want to mention?
Sure. Let me remember myself what the date is, because it's not for a while. But I have an actual booking for a live and in-person show again for the first time in a year and a half on August 18th at Riverside in St. Henry.
Yes.
Nice.
Which is going to be a good time. You come watch and find out whether or not I remember how to do stand-up live and in person.
Spoiler alert, he probably does.
We'll find out.
Erica. All right, we are looking at this point to giving it a long count. It is close. Get your votes in.
All right, so from 5. Oh, wait, Vivith, did you have anything to plug?
Oh, yeah, I'm at the Blue Dog Motel on August 2nd, and I'm in Ottawa on August 31st. I don't know where, but I'm going to be there. I got a show.
Oh, you're just in
I'll make it
Ottawa.
happen. I'm going to make it happen.
Okay.
Avoid
4.
the Blueberry Bandit.
3.
Oh, well, we've tied it up.
2. It's a long count, so come on, someone get your votes
That's
in.
right. I learned how to vote.
So that was me, Viveth. I just voted for you.
And that's beep.
And that's a beep. That is it. It is too close to call. There is no winner for that round. No points have been awarded. We're moving on to the negative round. Negative for this round, which means, Jason, you are going first.
You said you portrayed Jesus as like the worst only child syndrome, which I actually love that take. But he's not, though, right? He's not the only child, because everyone is God's children. He's just the favorite child, and all of the other siblings ganged up to deal with the favorite child, as siblings will do. It's just that's kind of. So you're right. It is a great representation of family. That's how families work.
Conceding the point, Viviv, this is your chance to lose this round.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Honey, I Made the Kids Huge. Honey, I Turned the Kids into Marmalade. When is Rick Moranis going to cut to the chase and just say, honey, I'm avoiding you?
Vote. Get your votes in.
Damn. All right, that was a good one. Be sure to vote, because I don't know who I choose. So glad I don't have to vote in this election.
Jason did agree with Vivith, but it's not about being right. It's about who's more entertaining. Oh, did you see that?
Surging out to a tie.
Oh,
67, sexiest number.
So close.
Ooh, it is a race. Those votes are coming in.
all right. Keep voting. Don't forget to send us your answers, what you think is the best representation of family. Also, we got a couple titles. That's the word I'm looking for our pop culture mashup. Feel free to keep sending those in.
So I think we are ready for the long count to get this in.
All right.
Erica.
So from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep.
That's it. That point is going to Viveth. Viveth is the winner of that battlefield, or that round. And that means we're going. Now, we've had the positive round where no points were awarded. We've had the negative round where they got to be negative about each other's choice. And Viveth won that round. Now we are going on to a free-for-all round where they have the choice of being positive about their choice, negative about their opponent's choice, or just be entertaining, or possibly a roast attack upon their opponents. That means, Jason, you are going first for this. So you are the first one in the free-for-all round.
The thing about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is actually two families, because there's kids, Rick Moranis' kids, and then the neighbor kids all get shrunk and go missing, and both sets of parents start to realize that their kids have gone missing, and they both do the most realistic thing that I've ever seen from a family, which is kind of not worry about it for like a good couple of hours, where they just go about their day enjoying the quiet.
It's funny because it's true.
Passion of the Christ, it reminds us what's the number one rule in family. When the going gets tough, Dad's not around. That's just not good. Because not only did God not save him, Joseph wasn't even in the cast list. There is no. The cast list goes like Christ, Mary, guy with a whip 1, guy with a whip 5, guy with a whip 10, guy with a whip 11, and it just goes that way.
There we are. Voting is open. Get your votes in.
I'm going to recuse myself from voting once again.
You need to remain in commune with the Holy See. I understand, Erica.
Like, guys, listen, Pope Francis is chill, but he's not that chill.
I think he's actually a little bit upset with some of Mel Gibson's previous statements. But he may have asked for forgiveness, so.
All right, so keep getting those votes in. Paul, do you mind if I pull up the, what's it called? The pop culture mashup.
Yep, pull up the pop culture mashup. Get the votes in. It's a tight race right now.
All right, so
I gotta be honest, it should not be a tight race. Viveth should be destroying me on that round.
All right, so vote and also submit your names for your titles for this pop culture mashup. You've got Peanuts / Charlie Brown and He-Man plus Skeletor. That's it. I'm going to stop talking now.
There we are. I think it is time for a count on this one, Erica.
All right, so from 3. I know I said I would stop talking, but 2, 1, beep.
There it is, Viveth.
Viveth has won 2 rounds. Congratulations, Viveth. You get to move on.
Redemption.
You get to face off against the winner of this next fight, which I will be bringing to the screen very shortly. This is probably the best time to show the new the mashup to remind people.
Yes, let's do that again. So here's the mashup. Please feel free to post a title for it in the comments, and we'll choose the best one at the end of the round. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.
And yes, please like and subscribe. That is kind of... Oh, there we are. So it's Monica Hamburg with her choice as the best representation of family on film, being Little Miss Sunshine. Facing off against Serag Meletian with his choice of Street Fighter, the movie. And coming to the screen second was Serag Meletian, so you go first in the battlefield.
Fuck. All right. Well, God damn, I'm freaking myself out. Okay. Look, family isn't about the people you're born with. Family isn't about the friends you meet in your lifetime. Family is all about the ethnic stereotypes you surround yourself with, and you lead yourself. Led by a strong American with a very thick Belgian accent, and that's the family you want to be with. All right, you want to take your that family and you want to fight the super Hitler that is M. Bison, and really, if your family isn't going out there and fighting super Hitler, then that's just not a real family. So, thank you, Your Honor. I rest my case.
I like it how he just pulls back into screen right at the end.
Yeah.
I like it video-wise. That entire argument was Serag reaching for something.
A rope to hang myself.
Metaphorically reaching as well as. All right, Monica, you're positive, but your choice of Little Miss Sunshine as the best representation of family in film.
First of all, Serag for president, of course. Okay, well, I can't imagine a more realistic depiction of family than Little Miss Sunshine. The family is completely dysfunctional. They have little in common, and the road trip they take leads to death.
There we go. Vote. Get your votes in. The Slido is open for voting. So it is Slido.com, hashtag BC211. I like the fact that Serag was almost in time, in sync, moving just a few moments ago.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Almost.
It'll never. Don't get excited.
But Serag, how can anyone not get excited when they see you?
Yeah.
Trust me, they do not.
We get excited. That's why you're back, and you're one of the requested battlers people want to see on the show.
Denny, was it Denny who requested me? I hope so. I like Denny.
Did we see this on screen yet before?
We
You're
did,
a
and
He-Man,
it was a
Charlie
great
Brown?
suggestion. We like it. If you think you can top it, post something in the comments.
I believe we're ready for the count.
All right, so from 3, get your votes in 2, 1, beep.
And the winner of that battlefield, that round, was Monica. Monica, you won the positive round. We are on to the negative round, where you get to be negative about the other person's choice. And we're starting with Serag. So, Serag, you get to be negative about Little Miss Sunshine as the best representation of family on film.
Right. Well, Little Miss Sunshine is a movie I haven't seen, but I will say, I think it's actually a pretty terrible representation of family, because nobody would ever put their kid in a van with Steve Carell. Is he in that? Anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just negligence. Thank you. That's my case.
Okay. Similarly, I also have not seen Street Fighter. But okay, look, you guys can all punch me later for different reasons. Okay, we'll deal with this. Just wait. But here's the thing. Street Fighter implies that people are fighting in public. And the great thing about family is that violence usually takes place behind closed doors. So.
Vote. The Slido is open. Get your votes in.
Not with my family. I got ass kicked in Adonis several times.
Same, but we've got ethnic families. So,
I thought that's what the Isles of Kmart was for. So let's get the votes in. And while we're waiting for the votes to come in, Monica and Serag, do you have some shows coming up that you would like to mention?
I will be at the Comedy Nest for Comedy Lab on Wednesday, so that should be fun.
Yeah, I'll be at that show too, so I'll plug that. Yeah, I'll be at the Nest on Wednesday. I'll also be on a show at a venue. I have no idea where, but it's somewhere in Ottawa. Check it out.
I smell rideshare.
I'm really worried for you guys. I am terrified that you're going to end up
starting to sound like a trap.
You're going to be like the first 2 victims of crime in Ottawa ever.
Yeah, it was it was weird when they asked us to do the show. They were rubbing their hands and licking their lips. Yeah, it was really weird.
Just remember when you're doing comedy in Ottawa, always stick to your time and don't ever let them take you to a second location.
Can confirm. Can confirm. All right. We are, I think, ready for a short count on that one.
Amazing.
All right. So from 3,
A clean sweep.
2, 1. Congratulations, Monica.
Thank you. Now I just have to set up that trap in Ottawa.
I'm biting my nails. I'm so nervous. All right.
Now it is. We are going on to the battle of Little Miss Sunshine versus the Passion of the Christ.
Oh, really?
Yes, the Passion of the Christ. So Viv, you get to go first with your positive about the Passion of the Christ.
See, this movie is really it's family based because it's even method about it, because in the background of this movie getting filmed was Mel Gibson screaming at everybody, and nothing sounds like My Family Vacation more than Mel Gibson screaming at you.
Okay. Well, Little Miss Sunshine has tremendously good acting, and that is just like the kind that you have to do every time you get together with your family.
Points taken. The voting app is open. Get your votes in. And at this time, Erica, do you have any shows coming up that you'd like to mention?
I will be on Battle of Wits live and in person in Montreal at the Diving Bell in early September. I don't remember what the date is, but feel free to follow Battle of Wits on social media, and they will remind you what the date is.
Battle of Wits, such a great show.
Such a great show.
Great show.
Such a great show. Such a great producer as well.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just realizing that I forgot to bring in my water bottle.
What were you drinking right before? I thought it was just like water in a cup, like they do on daytime talk shows.
Oh, just.
I assumed that's
mine.
water. I just realized it might be not water.
Thank you, Jason. I don't think it'll fit through the screen.
All right, Paul, why don't you run and get some water, and I will just say some random bullshit while you are gone.
I think
people vote.
we're ready for the countdown on this.
Okay, in that case, from 3, 2, 1, beep.
And the winner of that positive round is Monica. And that means we are going on to the negative round. Negative about your opponent's choice, which is Little Miss Sunshine, Viveth Kanagaratnam.
Little Miss Sunshine, the only movie about white folk in a bus that I really want to watch is Speed, right? That's the ultimate family movie. And if you'd say no, then let me tell you, I watch that movie with my family multiple times every day. That's how my mom learned how to speak English. And that's why to this day, you could ask her any question in English, and she'll respond with the word speed.
Hey, Monica.
I just don't know if we can trust Viveth and his representation of family, because he is the man that I believe last month brought us his representation of his family, which had handboard.
Oh, yeah.
Vote.
It's a reference to back episodes of BattleCOM. Let's get your votes in. The voting app is open.
Which, by the way, if you haven't seen that episode, you can watch it on our YouTube channel.
And while you're there, I do suggest taking up a subscription, or not subscription, notification. Ring the bell, that thingy. Hit like as often as you can. Well, actually hit it once and let it stay hit.
Paul, we're going to pretend you didn't just say that. Anyways, if anyone has any suggestions for our mashup title, please feel free to post them in the comments once you have made your vote.
Can I just say that I don't care if I win this round or not. I just needed to say handboard. It felt good.
It feels nice.
It
right?
did. It felt really good.
Yeah.
Ooh, we are in a dead heat, so if you haven't voted yet, you could be the tiebreaker.
You could
I
save
stepped away
us
to get
from
my
doing
water,
extra
and I'm
rounds.
come back to this message. Did Erica just use a swear?
Did you just call it using a swear?
That's even more Erica than Erica. You just metaed Erica with that.
I have spoken English for most of my life, and I don't think I've ever seen those words in that sequence.
I love that Sean apparently has this perception of Erica as just a very good and kind person, which just tells me that Sean has never seen Erica on a roast battle.
Oh, man.
Because she is fucking ruthless.
I am a very nice and kind person, okay? And if you think I'm fucking ruthless, then you clearly did not see Serag roast me. It was brilliant, and I don't know how he did it, but I cried a lot.
I had to go to a deep, dark place within my soul. It was bad.
A deep, dark place called my room.
Oh, thank God.
All right,
totally
before
thought
that
you were
gets
gonna say
explained, maybe we
butthole.
should do the countdown.
Alright, so from 3, 2, 1, beep.
And the battlefield has been tied up. We are tied up with Viveth versus Monica, 1 point each. We are now on to the next the next round, which is a free-for-all round. So again, positive, you're positive about your choice, negative, you're being negative about your opponent's choice. Just be entertaining or a roast attack upon your opponent. Since roasts were just mentioned, Monica, you get to go first.
All right, so in Little Miss Sunshine, the uncle is a suicidal, unemployed academic, which is every academic.
It's a little weird you kind of say actor. Viveth.
Passion of the Christ gives you a look into one of the first progressive modern families. I mean, Joseph was the first ever cuck.
All right. Let's see the votes. Look at the votes in there. That's the hill we're dying on. That's your Golgotha. That was for Erica. I fully admit that one was for Erica. Sean Griffin was going roast, 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 but I think we're getting the turkey. So, no meat jokes? No? All right. David Harris is saying, "Hey y'all, be nice to each other unless it's funny."
Oh.
Well then.
And I gotta say, Erica being mean on a roast is just more proof of how nice she is, because you can only roast those you love.
Is that true?
You're only supposed to
You're
roast
muted,
those you
Erica.
love.
Sorry, I forgot. I thought I was going to burp, so I muted myself, but then I didn't. Anyways, so as Paul said, you're supposed to only roast the ones you love, but one time I said something about someone I don't love. Anyways, that person is still not speaking to me.
So success is what you're saying.
Tremendous success.
All right, I think we're ready to give that one a countdown to
right.
determine who is the winner of round 2.
Ooh.
If you have any topics any choices or for taglines, or name the mashup for our He-Man Masters of the Universe mashup, please put it in.
The comments, he means. Put it in the comments.
In the comments. That's where we get to see it. So let's get the countdown, Erica.
From 3, 2, 1, beep. Congratulations, Monica. Monica has won this battle.
There we are. Monica has won that round.
Oh, that's what it's called. Yes.
Yes, she's won the second battlefield, and we are about to go on to the third battlefield. I don't love chickens, but I roast those all the time. Am I doing it wrong? No. We're talking about a different type of roast. So the
Can I ask where was I when you were making dinner?
Wait, so Jason, you proposed to Katie even though she didn't make you that one famous roast chicken that apparently is like the trick to getting a man to marry you?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Is that a thing?
It's literally a thing. I've read about it in like 2 separate magazines.
Okay.
Oh, the trick was sex.
So
It's way
All
more
right.
effective.
infuriating.
I love how Monica and I are like, oh yeah, the engagement chicken. It's a thing. And all the men are
Yeah.
like, what is this sorcery?
Like, if there's a stupid thing to make guys want you, I've read it. I've dismissed it, but I have read it.
I'll marry anyone for some rotisserie chicken. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Oh, what are we going to do? Okay, this is a very Montreal comment about to do. What are we going to do that now that Ramondo's is closed?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, La Poule Mouillée is still extremely acceptable, makes a very solid poutine. Cantine Amelia has several locations and is on Skip the Dishes. So, like, those are okay.
There is Coco Rico on Saint Laurent, but it's not quite.
It's not the same. So basically, the long answer is everything we just said. The short answer about what to do now that Ramados is closed is cry.
Yeah. Riot. We're gonna.
All right. Before we get to your choices for the name the mashup, just want to be a reminder that that BattleCOM is powered by StreamYard. It is a service. It is not a paid thing. I actually have to pay them to be able to be doing this. So if you want to donate to the show, it's running along the bottom. Anything that comes in will be split among all the performers you're seeing on the screen right now. I'm not taking no for an answer from any of them. And we also are using Slido, which is our app for getting your votes heard. So those are your 2 ways to access this show. Please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, put some comments on the YouTube channel, etc. Share it with your friends. And this is the link tree right there. That's how you can go and support the show and find the YouTube channel if you don't know exactly where it is if you're watching on Facebook. Or you could also use it to find the Facebook if you're watching on YouTube, so you'll know how to keep track of all the wonderful stuff that's happening with BattleCOM. So our name, the mashup, this is it. What's the choice from the battlers? What is the one that we should be choosing?
All right, so we've got our choice between Blockhead and you're a He-Man, Charlie Brown.
I will abstain from voting because the obvious winner is my wife.
There is Jacques Lecoq has just opened up in Verdun. It is pricey, but it's more of a fried chicken rather than a Portuguese chicken place.
I was going to say, nothing says Portuguese chicken like the name Jacques Lecoq.
Oh, he was an important Portuguese leader.
So like how John Cabot's real name is Juan Caboto.
Giovanni Caboto. He's Italian. And yes, you're going to make fun of me for being Italian and knowing that. But that's okay, because I had to correct you.
Open a battle roast where the fat doesn't matter.
Oh, nice.
That's Denny's nickname for me.
That's not jokes.
He-Man did make me laugh. Jason sucking up to get some of that sweet engagement chicken.
Oh wait, was I not supposed to talk about the engagement chicken in like mixed company?
Yeah, now we're on to you, lady.
Now we're on to you.
Secret? Oh no.
Oh well, no one can get married now, Erica.
Not even me.
I've been married
No
twice and
one.
wasn't given a chicken.
Well, yeah, but Paul, you're from like Nova Scotia or something, so you probably got like the engagement donair fish or something.
Well, the thing is, both the women I married were from Quebec, so.
All right. Well, that's no comment.
Sad. All right, there is. I didn't marry them both at the same time. I wasn't a bigamist. Just to be.
To clarify.
Yeah, it's Quebec, not Utah. Thank you, Jason. All right, so that's the choices. No one has managed to say it's the Great Skeletor, Charlie Brown. No.
Oh, that's good. All I could think of was
No chicken, no ring. Katie has given Sean an actual laugh out loud. And notice that she hasn't done that for her husband.
oh,
She's
hey,
not laughing at
Whoa.
She's not laughing at the observation. She's laughing at the idea that she would ever make dinner.
Good girl.
All right. So, Battlers, what is your choice for the mashup title?
I like the second one. I'm trying to get me some of this chicken.
So this
Yeah,
one,
I like that one too.
Yeah. You're a
Alright.
He-Man, Charlie Brown.
All right, so that's going to be the one.
You're a He-Man, Charlie Brown. So, Katie, you've got that one. Sean Griffin is mentioning the burn. And we are moving on for the next Name the Mashup. The next Name the Mashup that we're going to see. By the way, motion graphics, we will be complimenting the artist. This is the mashup.
Oh, no.
A blending of universes.
Truck Wars.
So let the viewers come up with the names.
That's an easy one. If the viewers can't, if that was their first guess, then
If they can't come up with something that easy. All right, so we are on to a Battlefield 3. Erica, you care to play it?
Do I care to play it? Do I?
Hey everyone, Barry 3D here. Welcome back to BattleCOM. I hope you guys are having a good time, staying safe. And the question of the day is, what would be the ultimate video game mashup? I'm always partial to Fist of the North Star, but I'll go with, for me personally, it would be GoldenEye meets Leisure Suit Larry. Yeah. Check that out. And if you want to see more of what I do and all that, go to barry3d.com, check out the Iconist podcast, have some fun, and see y'all later.
Barry 3D, a wonderful battler in his own right. They're pumping for his Iconist podcast. And so we are now ready for Battlefield 3. What are the two greatest video games to mash up together? Or what would be the greatest video game mashup? Take two video games, mash them together. We're starting with Serag with his choice of Street Fighter, the movie, the game, and the movies.
yeah. There we go, baby.
So Street Fighter, the movie, the game, and the movies. Facing off against Jason Hatrick with his choice of Twisted Metal and Frogger. Don't forget to look both ways. Jason Hatrick, you get to go first on the positive round. Positive about your choice.
So if you don't know what these games are, Twisted Metal is basically a demolition derby, except all the cars are crazy and they have guns and rockets, and there's obviously an evil clown in an ice cream truck, because of course there is. And you are a very brave frog who has a chip on his shoulder because that fucking chicken keeps getting all the credit for crossing the street under the easiest possible circumstances. So to mash up these two, you just have to put like fried chicken delivery logos on the sides of all of these death cars, and then that frog is going to learn to cut some brake lines real fast.
All right, positive, but Street Fighter, the movie, the game.
It looks so sad.
It's gonna be you best
You look
hold
like
up
you
the
just
card
heard
for
your
the next
opponent's
round.
joke.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, the movies is it's a very old game, but it's a game. It's a sim game. You make your own movie studio. You get to make your own kind of movies, and then you mash that up with Street Fighter, the movie, the game based off the movie, which is based off the game. And basically what you have is a game where you can make your own Street Fighter the movie. That's right, nerds. You put your money where your mouth is. You think you could do Master better than Black Widow? You think you could do the new He-Man series better than Kevin Smith? Well, now you can finally go and make the stupid, dumb, fan servicey film you wanted to make. But it's only Street Fighter. So you're working with Jean-Claude Van Damme and then Raul Julia, and it's a lot of fun.
There we are. Vote. Get your votes in. Sean Griffin is saying, today I learned I'm not the only person to have played the movies.
It's great. You get to decide how much cocaine you want to give Jean-Claude Van Damme before he gets on set. It's a lot of fun.
Wow, dude. I don't know if that was a subliminal thing for Jason, because we just saw the lines go out like they were the lines in the center of the road.
Everyone's doing blowing the votes.
And I also want to point out that was on the cover of Street Fighter, the movie, the game, was said it's the game reskinned with actual imagery of the actors from the movie. And it looks like we couldn't even afford to do that for Serag tonight.
Yeah.
All right,
There
so
we
keep
are.
putting your votes in. Are we ready to do a count, Paul, or should we give them a little more time?
I think we might do a long count to add a little pressure to those who haven't voted as of yet. Just go to slido.com. The event code is BC211.
And remember, you are voting for who is most entertaining, not necessarily who's right, because this is BattleCOM, not real life. Anyways,
BattleCOM is my real life.
mine too. From 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beak. And that goes to Jason.
So, Jason, you have won the first battle, and that means Serag. You're moving, Serag.
No, it's a total lie, fabrication. It's from like an hour ago.
All right, Serag, you get to go first in the negative round. You get to be negative about Twisted Metal mashed with Frogger, which actually sounds like what physics would do.
This is a mashup I don't think anybody wants to see. Twisted Metal hasn't been relevant in years, and Frogger, come on. Of all the old school arcade games, can't even go with like something cool like Miss Pac-Man or Oregon Trail. I don't know. Look, the point is this is a game that not even a grown adult would want to play, and that's what video games are for now, adults. So I just can't imagine anyone playing it. Thank you, Your Honor. I rest my life.
Well, first of all, props to Serag for wearing a Street Fighter shirt to support his arguments today. Don't think I didn't notice.
Thank you.
I feel like whenever I think of Street Fighter the movie, I can't even think of negative arguments for BattleCOM. Can we just all take a moment to be sad for the fact that that was Raul Julia's last movie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he went out on. Like all of those amazing movies that he made, all the Addams Family movies, and he's like, yeah, I'll do this one Street Fighter thing, just on a lark, and then that won't be my legacy at all, and then it was.
It's the only thing I choose to remember him for.
Also, M. Bison. What did we ever find out? What if it's like just Matt Bison? What if that's what the M stands for? This big evil guy, and he's just Matt Bison.
All right, let's get your votes in. The
Mandy.
Slido is open.
Stands for Mandy. Fun fact. Fun fact, he was dying of stomach cancer while making that movie.
Oh.
It's not a fun fact, but
All right,
to say it with a smile. Seems
go
a little
ahead,
fun.
Serag. Just make it even more depressing. Please, just go for it. Have fun.
I do want to point out that we were talking about the best representation of family on film, and not a single person chose the Addams Family.
Yeah.
That's true.
Not a single one.
That's low-lying fruit, Paul. We don't go for low-lying fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we come up with cool ideas like mashing together Twisted Metal and Frogger, and then trusting you'll come up with jokes for it later, and then not coming up with a second joke for Twisted Metal and Frogger, and hoping Serag wins in the first round so I can take it for the rest of Battle 3. I've got plenty more Wolverine jokes. You want those? I can do those.
Look, I got a lot of arguments.
For those of you trying to vote, it's go to slido.com. The event code is BC211. I see that we have some new people watching at this point in time. The Incredibles is a pretty great family in film as well.
It's a pretty good Fantastic Four movie, too.
Pretty good. Have you seen the other Fantastic Four movies?
Are they better? I don't. Are you insulting the Invisibles?
No. I think
insulting
she's saying
the
that is
Fantastic
the best.
Okay.
You can literally only watch a Fantastic Four movie if you're hungover. Like, that's just the law.
And you can't find the remote. So I think we are ready for a count.
All right.
There are some people who haven't voted, but it is their choice at this point, unless
Please.
their internet is as slow as Serag's.
So if it's not, get your vote in. Otherwise, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep. And that goes to Serag. So we're tied.
We have. We're making it a nail biter. So, Jason, you get to go first on the free-for-all round, so you could be positive and negative, just be entertaining, or a roast attack upon your opponent.
Yeah, I think the key to coming up with more jokes for Twisted Metal and Frogger, which I definitely have those. The frog's got to like take all the pieces that are falling off the car and start building like some kind of mech armor at some point to not just cross, but to actually engage in battle with everything. So we got to add in a third game into the mashup, which is Battletoads.
Ooh.
For those of you who might remember Battletoads. It's everyone was just like, oh, Ninja Turtles is extremely popular. What other green amphibians or reptiles could we make fight and anthropomorphize for combat and make millions of dollars off? And it never worked. Never worked. Again, even Samurai Pizza Cats, which on paper, infinitely cooler than Ninja Turtles. Nothing.
Samurai Pizza Cats could be defeated by just a ray of sunshine. Serag, it's your free-for-all.
Just
round.
like me. Oh, yeah, okay. So did I say that I mentioned that in this Street Fighter, the movie, the game, simulator, you get to also... there's something called ass physics. But it's for Jean-Claude Van Damme's ass, and you get to choose kind of the how you get. It's like a slider, and you get if you pull it all the way, that ass just bounces, and it's a lot of fun, and it's one of the key components. Like if you look at the back of the game box, it's like that's like one of the key features. It's like check out this JCVD ass physics we got going on for your PlayStation 5. So it's a pretty high tech game we got going on here. Much better than some fucking Twisted Metal bullshit. Do I got to keep talking?
Vote. Let's get your votes in. The Slido is open. To let you guys know a little bit of a secret, the Slido is usually open by the time that the second person has started chatting. But wait to hear their arguments before you vote.
You said the Samurai Pizza Cats. You said the Samurai Pizza Cats could be defeated by a ray of sunshine. You know they're not vampires, right? That's like
what he means
no,
is
no,
like
but
like
they
a
go to
sunbeam on the
sleep. They just
yeah. He doesn't mean that they would be directly hit by the sun. He means that they would just.
Now, if we're looking at teenage, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I guess I thought you were going for like a laser pointer light thing, and I'm like, well, lasers defeat lots of people in cartoons, Paul. They're very deadly.
I do want to recommend because I was a comic book buyer during that era. There was a wonderful ripoff that was Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters, and their Raphael / Wolverine character was named Clint, and he's a far better Clint than Hawkeye.
Yeah, not a name you see a lot of in comic books, as a friend of the show, Theo Radomski, pointed out, because you really need to separate that L in the I.
You got to be careful for that kerning.
Really got to put some space there. The letterer is on a high-pressure job when there's a character named Clint in a comic book.
Yes.
I don't get that
joke. What was it, Paul? War gerbils?
War gerbils.
What was the...
Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters.
Yes, thank you. War gerbils just does not do it justice. I was like, I don't know, it's like war gerbils or like MMA guinea pigs. It was something. Anyways, how does one option that into a movie? I would watch that.
I like that.
Biker Mice from Mars. Didn't that get a reboot recently?
Did it?
I know that. Yeah, well, both Biker Mice from Mars and Samurai Pizza Cats had cartoons, so they're there. Who's watching the Harley Quinn series from HBO, the adult rated one?
Is it on Crave? Because
It's on. I think it's on Crave. It is.
I just know about the scandal.
Yeah, you know about the scandal in season 1. There is they're talking about like how male heroes or male villains get more respect than female villains, and then they show a battle between what's his name, the short guy with the big head, Psychotic or something like that. This is a TK Master facing off against
Mojo Jojo.
Nope, wrong one. Facing off against Wonder Woman, and then he starts psychically strangling her, and she brings the wrist deflectors together and sends him flying, and he gets up and he calls her a Clint, except they didn't separate the L and the I very well.
All right, so I should not watch that, is what you're saying.
Oh no, it was to prove that he was the bad guy. Just
okay.
don't watch it with children.
So it proves that he's either the bad guy or just your average heckler, like late night at a comedy club. Got it.
Not the average. Not the average. The Psycho Pirate? No, I don't think it was a pirate theme, but and we are ready for the countdown, I think, after I just dropped that Clint.
All right. From 3, 2, 1, beep.
I like that you paused at 1 as if the vote had moved in the last 6 minutes.
I'm sorry.
You'll just love that.
Feel free to send me more feedback on my countouns. It's a major part of my job. I thought I was doing it okay.
Stop breaking kayfabe.
You might end up being compared to a late night heckler, Jason.
Not that. It just seems like he's telling me how to do this aspect of my job, but like, come on, man.
I was aiming for myself that Serag had beaten me 6 minutes ago, and we were all just pretending I still had a chance.
I mean, we know that you didn't, but we just wanted you to feel like you had hope.
That's sweet.
All right, our next mashup, our next of 2 battlers coming to the screen is going to be Viveth Kanagaratnam with his choice of Bone Storm, which was the fictional video game in The Simpsons and Pokemon Go. And he'll be facing off against Tetris and Mortal Kombat, which is Monica Hamburg's choice. So Monica, second to the screen, you get to go first with your positive version.
So with Tetris and Mortal Kombat, you can do your best to build it and then have a maniac destroy it, just like the US always does with democracy.
Boom.
So Bone Storm and Pokemon Go, it's going to be called Bonemon Go. All right. So you get a phone app, and it's a map with you on it, and you walk around, and the map doesn't tell you where there are Pokemon, but it instead tells you where there are copies of the game Bone Storm, and you have to shoplift them. That's the game. And if you beat the game, your mother will love you. That's all.
Get your votes in. The voting is open.
All right, so get your votes in. In the meantime, just as a reminder, feel free to send us your ideas for titles for this mashup.
I've got one, but I don't want to.
I got one too.
All right, we're gonna circle back to you guys if that's okay. Sorry, I'm wearing this like business cash blouse, so I'm legally obligated to say circle back or synergy, or one of those words.
There we go. I can see that we have a number of people watching, but very few people commenting. So please drop your comments into the chat. What do you think is the name? And don't forget to go over to the Slido with event code BC211 to vote for the person you think was most entertaining in that round, either Monica Hamburg or Viveth Kanagaratnam. Co-Viv. And are we ready for the count, Erica?
I think we are. So let's count that down from 3. Get your votes in. 2, 1, beep.
And we've got our beep goes to Monica. Monica, you have won the positive round. We are now on to Viveth. Viveth, you go first on the negative round. You get to be negative about Monica's choice, Tetris and Mortal Kombat.
I like the choice. I can't get around it. It's good. Tetris is the most frustrating thing. Nothing makes me want to inflict a fatality on someone more than missing one square in a Tetris line. Nothing.
Monica.
That is totally fair. I am just going to debate the mashup name because it looks like Bone Storm and Pokemon Go would be Bone Poke, and that's just redundant. So,
Vote. Let's see your votes. Oh, it's not open. There it is.
Oh, wait, now it's open. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing.
I was just laughing too hard. I was enjoying that round.
no one else was.
It's okay. I was, and I was going to say that's all that matters, but I can't
That is all
vote,
that
so
matters.
it doesn't actually matter at all. Anyways, while you're voting, if you don't mind me pulling up this comment that we got from Sean telling me to go for the trifecta. Circle back, synergy, and his personal favorite. It's not a meeting, it's a tag up. I haven't actually used that one, either because I work in a very French office, or because, according to my old boss, it's not a meeting, it's just a Facebook Messenger video call. Yeah, she doesn't work there anymore.
I do want to suggest to Denis Leger that you might want to try putting on your glasses, or if you're wearing your glasses, clean them. If anyone else is seeing a blurry screen.
Also, what happens in these tag ups, Sean Griffin? Are you okay? Because no one has ever heard of that.
Yeah.
Does it happen in an undisclosed location in Ottawa by any chance?
Do you work in a wrestling ring, Sean?
I think we are ready for a countdown.
All right, so from 3, 2, get your votes in, 1, beep. That goes to Monica. 2 rounds for Monica, which means that you win and go to our final battle.
Correct.
Thank you. By now, you'd think I would know what all these are called, but I don't.
You're going to be facing off against our winner of round 1, which was Serag.
Yay, Serag. Okay.
Oh.
Yay.
And Serag actually gets to go
I love
first.
Serag.
Oh, thank God.
No one
Guys,
else has responded about whether or not the screen is blurry, so
Uh,
it's clear on my end. But
it's probably me. Is your internet plugged into a potato? That's what you should check. Guys, I don't know what you want from me, all right? It's a game where you can make Street Fighter the movie, okay? I mean, you can live your wildest fantasies by just taking the same movie over and over again, but not really. It can be different every time. You can make Street Fighter a romantic comedy. You can make Street Fighter some kind of James Wan horror film type bullshit. Whatever you want, your heart's desire. And did I mention that Jean-Claude Van Damme has physics? It's incredible. Thank you. I rest my case.
Still Serag for president. All right,
Okay.
so with Tetris and Mortal Kombat, if you combine the two concepts, you could call it Brutal Blocks, which I really like, or the Quebec version, which would be Carré Combat.
vote. Sean Griffin has mentioned at NASA I would complain about having too many meetings, so my boss started calling them tag-ups, which is literally just meetings, but you can't call them that if you're not a team player.
You know, he could have said at work, but he wanted to drop in the NASA part.
Yes.
Yeah.
The place he quit.
Ah,
I mean,
too good for
listen,
NASA, eh?
Yeah.
it's fine. He found out some stuff about the aliens. He told us all that he quit, but like maybe he just got moved on to a different X-File. It's fine. We know.
I would like to note that because Serag is on such a delay, while Viveth was talking, Serag's mouth was moving, and it was the best face-off I've ever seen.
I was this close to being like, Serag, you're muted.
Yeah, no.
I love the fact that Serag's explaining hands are on screen right now.
Yeah. After this video is over, I'm gonna go and find my past self and award it.
Oh no! You should have did Time Cop.
Yeah, I should have.
Time Cop, the movie, the game.
Is it a game where you could just make a bunch of JCVD movies? No, just Street Fighter, okay? Time Cop.
I think we're ready for. There's very few votes have come in, so please go to slido.com. The event code is still BC211, and you can get your votes in for that round to determine the positive round for the finale of Battlefield 3.
All right, so keep voting, because then once you've voted, feel free to post in the comments which 2 video games you would mash up to make 1 video game.
Or the potential name of the mashup for our Name the Mashup contest.
This. So feel free to come up with a title for this. All right, Paul, are we ready to count it down?
I think we are.
Okay, so from 3, 2, sorry I used a royal we there, 1, beep. Congratulations, Serag, you have won the positive round.
Yay.
Yay!
That means we are on to the negative round, where Monica gets to go first.
I would just like to have a moment of silence for the person on Google who asked, what game is the Street Fighter movie based on?
Okay, well, look, let me tell you something about, you picked a good game with Mortal Kombat, but the thing is this is how you make it better, okay? You can't mix it with Tetris. What you want to do is you want to mix it with the movies, because that way you get to make your own Mortal Kombat, the movie, all right? And I'm not talking about the new one that just came out, that good one. No. I'm talking about that 1995-6 Power Rangers PG-13 film they made, or whatever the hell it was, that fever dream. That movie, you could just remake it over and over and over again. Oh, that'd be so much fun. But no, you went with Tetris, the Werther's original of gaming.
Vote. He didn't yield his time, but I'm calling for the vote already. The Slido is open.
I always yield time.
And so, yeah, the voting is open. Go to slido.com, event code BC211. We're seeing the votes coming in.
All right.
I knew I'd piss off a few people by shutting on Tetris. But it's dumb.
All right. You got a couple, or a pity vote. Maybe someone just feels bad about the speed of your internet. Or maybe they have a slower internet speed and they voted for you 5 minutes ago. Who knows?
I just realized, Serag, you might want to check your other tabs to make sure you're not downloading the Library of Congress at the same time.
I am. Oh, fuck, you know what?
Yeah, shut down LimeWire.
I don't think it's a bandwidth thing. I think it's a CPU thing. He's playing the movies in the.
Yes.
I'm playing my modded copy of the movies.
I think he's
Guess what the
editing
mod
the
is?
movies.
Yeah.
Street Fighter?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Erica, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, you mentioned something about downloading the Library of Congress. Is that by any chance the plot to, like, one of the National Treasure movies that has yet to be made? Just like Nicolas Cage staring into the camera being like, I'm going to download the Library of Congress.
Big, intense look. No one has asked me what I have shows I have coming up, but
what shows do you have coming up, Paul? We were all wondering.
There has been the return of the Vaudeville Variety Show, which I produce. It's hosted by my good friend, the Love Doctor. There's been fantastic acts coming up on that, and that's every Wednesday at the Wiggle Room, starting at 8:30, doors at 7:30. Don't show up late because it starts on time. And I will be hosting at the Comedy Nest on August 3rd for the first edition of the Newbie Tuesdays when it comes back, which is a great show to go to because you pay $5 to get in and they give you a ticket for a weekend show. So that's a $15 or $20 ticket that you're getting for free for your $5 that you're putting at the door.
Yes, really great.
So,
excellent deal.
always looking for more shows.
And on that note, feel free to book anyone you see on this show. We are desperate for the work, and or just send us money. Also, we are going to close the voting in 3. Paul, if that's okay with you, can I?
Yes.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, beep. And the negative round goes to Monica, which means that we are tied.
We have a tie game. That means, Serag, you get to go first on the free-for-all round, and I really loved your impression of that one actor from The Wire.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I just started watching that, too. All right. Well, Erica, cover your ears for this one. Mortal Kombat, more like Mortal Kombat. Thank you. I yield my time.
Thank you.
It's great to remember we're all 12.
Yeah.
Thank you, Serag, for being the raunchier person on the show than me this time. I appreciate it. I secede my title. So with Mortal Kombat and Tetris, as your characters are fighting, they also have things falling on them, much like living in an Eastern European country.
Vote! I thought you were going to say living near an underpass in Montreal.
That's also true.
So get your votes in. Go to slido.com. The event code is BC211 or BC211. And get your votes in for who you think was most entertaining for that round.
All right, keep voting. And then after you vote, feel free to send us, like we said, your choice for best video game mashup. We will read them at the end of the round if you send them to us, because if you don't, we can't read your thoughts. Also, feel free to...
We're not an X-Men.
True, we are not an X-Men. Also, feel free to send us your title ideas for this mashup. All right, and hey, has anyone ever thought about what would it be like if the school in X-Men, Xavier's school academy, depending on what side of the Mandela effect you lived on, for gifted youngsters, if it accepted just like anyone with even just the slightest mutation? Like, I have a polydactyl cat. Does he get to go to that school just because he has thumbs and most cats don't?
There was an X series that had called what were they called? Fallen X? Fallen. They were basically runaways from Xavier School and the Hellfire Club, but they also admitted into it a telepathic lobster whose best friend was a blue lobster, and since blue lobsters are a mutation, he was considered a full member.
So that's what I'm looking for, is just the random genetic mutations. You know, like, give me the people who don't have eyebrows. Like, that's what we want to see. We want to see some average mutants.
Fallen Angels. That was the one. Yeah. So people with alopecia, can they go there? What it's for gifted youngsters. What about somebody who, may not have any mutations, but they basically are skipping grades left, right, and center at regular schools?
Oh,
what do you mean?
I could go. I skipped one grade. Is that enough, or does it have to be like multiple grades?
Learning that you skipped a grade makes so much sense, Erica.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
It does.
It explains why I'm a smartass, but also have no friends. Yeah.
I went to school with. I used to do a joke about this guy. I went to school with. He skipped 2 grades to be into my grade, and then because there's grade 12 in Nova Scotia, they wanted him to skip a grade 10, and he refused because he wanted to at least have a chance of getting his driver's license before he went to university. Yeah, he got shortlisted for the astronaut program as well. He also destroyed the bell curve for my entire grade.
Oh, shoot.
And so when he's getting like 98, I think he was very sad that he got a 98 in one class. So let's give a countdown. I think we should have more votes coming in, but people are not voting at this point. Let's bring it in. They're just watching and being entertained, which is perfectly fine. Erica.
All right, from 3, 2, 1, beep. And that goes to Monica. Congratulations, Monica.
Thank you. I need to know what Serag from the past is laughing at. There's now like a screenshot of him.
That's the moment he thought of Mortal Kombat.
Kombat, yeah. I was about to say.
You can see it in his eyes.
Okay,
That
makes
exact-
sense.
He's putting away his notepad like, I've got it.
Thank you for solving that mystery, Jason. It makes me feel better.
100%.
I do have to say, I think there was a slight missed opportunity with the idea of Tetris and Mortal Kombat. It's basically the Tetris screen is just below the Mortal Kombat. So when body parts are falling off, you have to arrange them so they don't stack up.
That's good. I like that. I had a similar joke, but not as good.
I also like introducing the idea to Tetris of there being a finish.
Finish it.
Or a fatality.
Please.
That'd be good.
I also want to give props to Serag for the low-key genius of his choice of Street Fighter, the movie, the video game, and the movies, because it's so Street Fighter to name it that after Street Fighter, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Turbo Championship Edition, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Championship Edition.
Yeah.
Which if there was a turbo version of Serag right now, he'd be able to pull all of those on screen because I'm
Oh my God,
on the shelves behind him.
I wish the turbo version of me right now.
So our winner of that round was Monica Hamburg. Do we have the choices? So our third battlefield was won by Monica Hamburg. Our first battlefield was won by Jason Hatrick, and Monica won both the second battlefield and the third battlefield.
Monica won 2 battles this game. Yes.
Boom! Big congratulations on that. Now, do we have a consensus with the choice for the audience's name the mashup for this
I
picture?
don't get that many suggestions, but I do kind of enjoy Katie's suggestion of Star Wars plus Star Trek equals Star Trek.
Yeah.
I like it. I kind of feel like basically every like parent and teacher's idea of like you say Star Trek, you think they mean Star Wars, they don't know which one you're talking about, just show them this picture and walk away.
Damn it, Jim! It's a trap.
So yeah, I'm kind of liking that one.
All right. Was there was some other ones that had come in? Was there not?
There was one where Sean Griffin said, "Well, I was gonna say Trek Wars."
Oh wow! All right, Sean, throw me under the bus.
I feel like with this one and this one, basically all we would need to complete the trifecta is star.
Oh, yeah.
Star squared.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Star
I like
squared.
Star squared.
So there's 2 of the battlers said that they had ideas for the title.
Yeah, I was going to call. Sorry, go, Viveth.
Chewbacca.
That's great. I was just going to call it a J.J. Abrams film, probably.
Well, I liked how Serag's laughter just sort of ramped up there. There was
Serag understood
because
it
I
at
was
the
like,
same
oh,
frame rate.
so did the Star Trek.
all right.
Serag's all over the timeline right now. Like the TVA is going to show up in the back of his video feed any second.
100%.
Oh, don't prune him. There is. All right, we want to actually thank Tina Spirals, who is expecting. She has. She's our T-shirt model. You can see pictures of her on our Facebook page, which of course you can find on our Facebook, which you can access via the link tree. So that link tree will give you all the wonderful links, including how to how to support the show, as well as where to find us on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter. We also want to make sure that you are aware that the link to the store is still open. So there is some BattleCOM merch available online. And there we are with the mashup. We also want to thank Evan C. Abrams for gifting us with this motion artwork of the BattleCOM logo. And let's thank our fantastic acts and tell people where they can be found. Erica, you're prepared. We have Viveth Kanagaratnam, who is where do we go? I'll see if I can do this properly. Viveth Kanagaratnam. He is Viveth K on Instagram. We have Serag Meletian.
That's me.
Who is the Meletian Falcon on Twitter. Yet had nothing to say about Star Squared. We have Jason Hatrick, who is Jason Hatrick on Twitter. The fantastic Monica Hamburg is on Instagram, and check her YouTube channel. Is it this Friday that you have Confined happening, or are you continuing Confined?
I am on hiatus with Confined, but eventually I will revamp as a podcast. So, stay tuned.
Boom. Definitely. And we cannot forget or do this show without the amazing Erica Taddeo. Lots of love for Erica Taddeo.
Lots of love for you guys.
See, she shares it all with everybody. Denny Leger is saying, good show tonight. And we're about to close off and go directly to only the YouTube channel. So we can have a little private after show. So follow us over. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, and you can, if you don't know where the YouTube channel is, just follow it in the link tree. I've been Paul Ash. This has been BattleCOM, and you have been awesome.
Bye.
Yay. And we're slowly pruning away. I feel like I'm in the TVA. Pruning away. Now we're leaving Twitter. Goodbye, Twitter.
I definitely remember that we were still on Twitter. It's fine. I promoted us on like a whole bunch of other platforms, right? I don't know. People right now are mad at me on Twitter because internet.
People on Twitter are mad?
Aware of your Twitter handle, because I know it's a super secret and it's should stay that way.
Oh, my Twitter handle is a vestige from my previous life as a hockey blogger. So people don't need to know my real name. I don't need angry sportsmen coming after me in real life.
You mean you ran the vlog Pucker Up? You ran that? That's crazy.
That's actually a great name for a sports blog, for a hockey blog.
That is not a bad
You know what?
I'm going to write that down.
Take it. You can
I'm
take
going to take it. If ever you'd like to be a contributor, let me know. But
contribute a picture for the header of that blog. Just never mind. I won't say what's puckering.
Let's change the subject.
Changing the subject. Let's bring up religion again. No.
Do it.
I have more Catholic jokes. I didn't get to say all my Catholic jokes. All right.
That's quite okay. God has heard them.
All right. So if you don't mind me pulling this up, Paul, we've got Sean Griffin asking, he missed the end of the show. Who won? Technically,
what? You missed the end of the show. Monica Hamburg won the third Battlefield. She also won the second Battlefield, and Jason Hatrick won the first Battlefield. It was a very tense fight, even with Serag moving as if in molasses.
Serag molasses.
Even
his video was slow, but his wit was quick.
Okay, thank you. No one's ever said that about my wit.
Katie's also saying, Monica, I'm sincerely dying to hear more Catholic jokes. Go ahead, Serag. Sorry to cut you off.
Thank you, Katie.
Oh no, it was going to be something about Mortal Kombat and
In anticipation of you and me battling, I did write down Street Fighter, more like Meat Biter, and I channeled you as best I could.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
So good.
What's happening in pop culture that we're all interested in? Obviously, the new He-Man, Kevin Smith written He-Man looks good. I've seen the first episode.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I know everyone. I know that there's a very vocal internet that hates it, but I think it's cool, and I think it looks cool. So I will watch it.
I watched the first episode and a half. I highly liked it. Somebody was worried because Mark Hamill was trending that he died, and so Mark Hamill had to respond, "No, I'm okay." He also could be trending because they just released a photo for the next season of The Mandalorian, which shows a de-aged him and Grogu doing a little. So that picture is actually on Hamill's himself's Twitter account.
Sweet.
Be right back googling Mark Hamill's Twitter account.
What, you're not subscribed? It's Hamill himself. So
Yeah.
for those who want to know. Anyone playing any cool games these days? Because I you know what, next Saturdays, anyone any of these fine people want to come over and play board games as long as you're double vaxxed. We can play board games at my place during the day.
Can't wait to get that sweet double vax.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I sort of mixed my drinks. So
Me too.
Did it go well?
AstraZeneca and Pfizer and
Yes.
Reuters. Oh, that's the one you got?
Yeah, that's what
Did
I
you
both
see
of those.
You got the news today?
No.
Reuters was putting out a story from South Korea in stating that you're getting 6 times the amount of antibodies with the combination of AstraZeneca and Pfizer. So
We did it, Paul.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know nothing about science, but we managed somehow to do something.
Reuters sounds like a restaurant.
It sounds like a thyroid problem.
They are sort of as good as the Associated Press, so they're a big news distribution company. I think Serag is in maple syrup. It's more Canadian that way.
Yep.
When should we break?
I look like
Katie
I'm.
that.
I just look like I'm always either around maple syrup or covered in maple syrup or have a stash of maple syrup. You know, I get it. I totally understand.
It could be the plaid flannel vest that you're wearing too. That really adds to your Canadianism.
Yeah.
I mean,
We just
listen,
gotta
Serag,
count
if
the
you're-
seconds until he looks down to see his vest.
All right, we're gonna be
It's
here
like
a while.
several
though.
minutes. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Honestly, I think this is from like the second battle, like the video, my video. So it's lagging hard.
You know, when I first met Serag, I said 2 things. That guy has a firm handshake, and that guy is covered in honey.
And that guy is in my living room.
And he's moving so slowly.
Yeah, he's coming at you.
You're not actually roommates. Serag was supposed to move out 6 months ago. He just hasn't. He's working on it.
I do want to congratulate Serag for scoring that plum roll in as working in the DMV in the sequel to Zootopia. Zootopia 2.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna look up that character just.
It's even better
Yeah, I
than
know. I'm a
anyways,
hairy man.
Our July, I feel like we can't acknowledge the month of July passing, at least not in Montreal, without saying it's kind of too bad that we didn't get to have Comic-Con again this year. So, one, sad face. 2, do you guys want to share any, or anyone in the comments, anyone want to share any like favorite memories from Comic-Con? I don't know. I know I'm missing it. I was talking to one of my friends who lives in the U.S., like just across the border, who would, just pop over to Montreal for like the day or the weekend to come to Montreal Comic Con. And that seems extremely impossible right now.
Probably the time I got to lightsaber fight Darth Maul. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Jason, we've heard you all brag about it.
You were a braver man than me. There's photo evidence of Jason doing that because Darth Maul had Ray Park asked me if I wanted to be the person. I said, no, let's pick a kid for you to beat up. I mean, like, come on. Why should Mark Hamill, or sorry, why should Anakin get to do all the younglings? You can take one out too. Ray Park has got amazing stories. He's got an incredible life. So, Sean Griffin is ducking out. Got a tag up with some yet to be unpacked moving boxes.
All right.
So,
Well, I'm
thank
looking
you
forward
for taking the pause and your unpack there,
Yes.
Sean, for joining
We'll
us.
circle back to you next month.
I very badly, when introducing Ray Park, wanted to get them to play the Ghostbusters theme song to bring him on.
Oh.
It's a deep cut. It's a deep cut.
A little bit
Does
of
he
Ray
get that a
Parker.
lot? Yeah.
I hope so. I imagine he
I
does.
wonder.
I've seen some like he's worked as a stunt coordinator and thus will appear in other films occasionally as Muscle, though he's the guy that's coordinating all the stunts. So you see him in some Canadian productions from time to time as well. Nothing to the budget though of Star Wars. Thanks, Erica. I like the synergy.
That's great. I'll send him a calendar item for the next.
You know how in like American action films there is like the stunt coordinator and stuff.
Mhm.
In Bollywood films, because everything's about singing and dancing for majority of films, there are like dance coordinators, and it's always hilarious to see my dad go like, "Shh, look at that guy. That's the dance master."
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that.
Has anyone received any Kickstarter games that they have yet to play or haven't sufficiently played over this
Still
time? Anyone
haven't,
even in the comments?
I don't play games like that. I just don't. I recently started playing Pokemon Diamond version again on my phone. And I'm a happy camper.
Don't tell
Like,
Nintendo.
Yeah. Nintendo, come at me with the full force of your legal teams. No problem. I'm waiting for you, Nintendo. Ball's in your court.
Jason, you were about to say?
Oh yeah, Jason, go ahead.
I still haven't unwrapped. What's it called?
Frost Haven?
Edition. No, Space Fight.
Oh, Eclipse,
That
Second Dawn
yeah.
for the Galaxy.
I kept wanting to say Twilight Imperium, which is an even longer game, but Eclipse Second Edition, I still haven't taken it out of its shrink wrap because A, we don't currently have a table big enough for that game, and B, you need more than 2 people to play it.
You can play it with 2 people. If you and Katie, though, want to come over and leave yours wrapped up, I do have an unwrapped copy. So Saturday.
Oh, there you go. I'll save mine as a collector's edition then.
Is Twilight Imperium the game with the tiger person on the front?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that game at the game store. Like, whoa, that looks serious. But I never had the big balls to play it.
It's a play that one game all day. Yeah.
That's 8 hours if you know what you're doing.
Oh my gosh.
So if you're learning it, it's the 3rd week of August. But yeah, I do have to say I'm a big fan of Eclipse Second Dawn of the Galaxy, the Thunderstone Quest, because I have roommates, so I was lucky that we were able to play stuff that was very popular among my roommates. So there's a lot of board games. I probably should do board game reviews. I don't know.
They're totally good. Just add it to your channel or whichever internet you want to put it on.
I think it would fit with the BattleCOM viewership. I love everyone here, but we could always use more. So please share the show with people. That'd be greatly appreciated.
Yes.
There was way too much flint in that use of your lighter there, Koviv. I saw the sparks coming up.
Oh, a little dangerous.
Yeah. And now Viv will start thinking at the speed that Serag is moving.
No, it works off.
Man. Yeah. It makes me sharper, man.
Sativa, not indica.
There you go.
Somebody
I'm sending the link to the show to Viv's parents.
Joke's on you. They don't know how to use the internet. Take that.
You are still angry about those shacks.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Ooh, so I had a lot of fun tonight. Did you guys all have a lot of fun?
Yes.
Yeah,
I did,
thank you.
yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah, dug it hard.
Nice.
Loved it.
Viewers, did you have fun?
Yes, we did. We loved it. Thank you.
Thank
We
you,
managed
Paul.
to get
Thank
one
you,
like
Erica.
for the video, so I think that's
Ooh, that's 100% more than I get for mine. So
I forgot. So you get one as well.
I get that would be right. 100%
The
more?
math wasn't right for it to be 100% more.
I'm not good at this.
This has been a fun time. Katie is saying I'm still looking at the Mark Hamill Grogu photo. Oh, still looking for the Mark Hamill Grogu photo. Let me see what I can do for people here.
Well, I found the sloth in Zootopia, and I agree.
5 hours later.
No, it was there the whole. I mean, I just wanted to find a good. I didn't want to interrupt everyone's thing like I do tonight. I feel like I've been stepping on everyone's toes.
No.
Not at all.
Greg.
Not
Not at all.
at
Yeah.
all.
I feel a little stepped on.
Paul, find that
Yeah,
photo
well.
of Mark Hamill, share it to BattleCom's Facebook page, and then we will all share it, send it to our friends, and then everybody's going to like BattleCom's page, and then everyone can watch next month's show because we are going to be on in a month.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. I think I already shared it on
Oh,
the BattleCom Twitter.
okay.
I was gonna say maybe instead of a season thing, maybe it was the because I know recently they just came out with like the behind the scenes of his episode from Mandalorian season 2, where they're like, "We're gonna finally tell you how we did his face."
We used computers.
The behind the scenes, yeah, like they released that, so maybe that was what it was.
So
I don't know.
I just went to the BattleCom Twitter.
Okay.
And just a moment. And so it was like the third thing down.
Okay. I don't know how I missed that, but
It looks like a painting, not an actual photo.
Yeah.
it's still very cool.
So it's an awesome
Pretty
official
good.
poster from Disney.
Wow.
I think it looks bad.
Well, 2.2 thousand people disagree with you.
Wouldn't be the first time. All right.
That is-
Wouldn't be the first time.
That has never stopped Viv.
But thinking about things that have stopped Vib, I'm looking at the votes for today's Battlefields.
It's true. It's true. It's true. I think there was something wrong with the voting mechanism. I feel like maybe we can do some recounts.
Yes. Every time someone pressed your name, they got an electric shock, so they stopped doing it.
Yeah. It was the personal thank yous I was writing. That was the issue.
People were just upset that you actually knew their address.
That I found it.
And actually very upset that you're using stamps. All right, I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart of you being here. I love BattleCom. I love the chance to work with such wonderful, funny people as yourselves, and I had a lot of fun tonight. And this has brightened up my night, and I hope it has brightened up your night performing as well.
Yes.
Thank
Oh, yeah.
you.
Thank you,
It was
Paul.
lovely.
Thank you,
Thank
Paul,
you.
for hosting.
Always.
Everyone say thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Do something.
Thank
I don't know.
Thank the audience for
Very
being
much.
there.
Thank you,
We're
audience.
about to log off. Unless somebody wants something else to mention, we might have to wait about 4 or 5 minutes for Serag to tell us what he wants to mention.
He's
No.
currently checking his notes.
He said that's a video of him checking out his notes for round 2.
That's it, exactly.
Seriously,
This is
Thank
even
you.
going. Should I write?
Back.
Yeah, he's having the moment where he realizes what he wrote. He was like, I did
Sure.
this.
This is the Shane after the show where you look at all my jokes and go, I can't believe I said all that.
I expect you to say it in Ottawa at some date in August.
Yeah, Viv, we got to figure out where that show is.
We got to figure something out about that. Yeah.
We both got tagged in this house yesterday for this show in Ottawa, and I messaged him like, "What is like? Did you get
It's just
this Ottawa thing?"
it's just a pit of tar that they push you in. Like, it's not...
Like I don't remember asking, but anyway, no, I'm glad. I'm very happy I'm on it. Thank you to whoever
Me
booked
too.
me, and yeah.
Thank you, everybody. I'll see you there.
All right. And
There,
hoping to
Ottawa.
see everybody somewhere at some point. I've got a bunch of hugs built up. Be well.
Hell yeah.
Us too.